I have to show them. One of the most important points is telling them that I need goals for this practice session. Like, in this 15 minutes, what can I do to improve my performance? And it needs to be measurable and attainable. So if I play this bar 15 times correctly, then I've reached my goal. And I attain success if I reach my goal. So success through reaching goals creates confidence and drives motivation. We have goals for this week, this month, this term. I'm also seeking to instill an attitude of meeting challenges and place an emphasis on the relationship between effort and good performance. Promote a growth mindset by praising the effort and process rather than the talent. And the fifth main heading is explicit instruction regarding transferring skills to other domains, because my students don't think to transfer the skills. They think music is music, science is science, language, literacy is literacy. But these skills can be used in all these domains, because it's not just the material I'm teaching. It's the habits and way of thinking. It's meeting challenges, developing strategies, and finding solutions. Why should I do this? I'm virtually the only teacher that the student sees each week that doesn't have to teach to a test. I get to pick what I teach. I believe that if I embed these principles in the music curriculum that I teach, then I'll slowly enable every music student to develop essential skills, not only to succeed in music, not only to succeed in the academic programs that they're in, but to believe in their ability to improve through hard work. They'll place importance on learning from mistakes and be capable of critical thinking, adaptive problem solving, and most importantly, be very effective self-directed learning. Over the last 2 terms, I've seen immense improvement in the retention of information and comprehension by my students, as well as great gains in study skills, problem solving skills, and playing competency. I believe if the music service began to produce such self-directed learners, then this would add additional benefits to engaging with the music service and additional marketability. The music service would no longer be seen as an extra expense, which schools are up against it too financially, but would become a priority for each school, because as the students who study with the music service would vastly outperform the ones who didn't. Not only will we be helping the children of today, but I believe the music service would become the spearhead of an educational revolution. It's quite clear that the schooling of today is not preparing the students to succeed in a profession. We could be the ones who give the professionals of tomorrow the skills to find solutions for the problems previous generations have caused, and to go beyond our greatest accomplishments and push the envelope into realms we haven't even dreamt. Earlier, I outlined problems that the disproportionate emphasis put on standardized testing has caused. I then talked about what deliberate practice is and the benefits of engaging in these principles on a personal level. I illustrated that this constant focus on changing my mindset and improving my performance not only makes me a better teacher, but also keeps me engaged and passionate about my work. I've also talked about teaching a growth mindset and the principles of deliberate practice to each of my students, and that this could lead to supplementing the educational system's deficiency with regard to giving children the skills and habits that could lead them to excellence in their work. As Albert Einstein said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. We have to think in a new way. This will be a long-term project that will take a consistent effort in developing new techniques for teaching these principles. But I believe we can help our students to develop the habits that lead to excellence in whatever field they choose. I plan to facilitate a workshop to pass on my findings from my research and experience in applying these principles. Additionally, I plan to establish a teaching support and mutual coaching network consisting of meetings and online discussions to pool our knowledge and experience, to discuss challenges and solutions, and further cultivate a feeling of being part of a dynamic team. If you take nothing else away from this talk, I hope it's the knowledge that we have the opportunity to revolutionize our role in schools and the process to do so. By engaging in deliberate practice to improve our performance and innovating new ways of teaching these principles through music, we can be the key element in creating self-directed learners. The only question is, are we willing to do the work? I would like to leave you with a quote from Aristotle. He says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit." Thank you very much for listening.